Hello there guys, the real deal here, and today I'll be showcasing Realm Battles TCG. So I'll be showcasing a little bit of the gameplay of how the game works. So starting off, we'll start off by drawing 8 cards into our starting hand. And with these 8 cards, we can take a look at it, and we can decide what cards we want to put into our damage pile. We do have to put 3. So in this case, I have quite a number of cards to choose from here. I'll put Monster in the Shadows. I'll put Primordial Pocket Watch and Vacuum Man into damage pile. Now usually the cards you want to put in your damage pile are late game cards or cards that are useless in your hand at the given time. This gives for a pretty good starting hand and an easier time to play the game. So yeah, I probably should put the Unhappy Mushroom, but this is just a little bit of an example, so yeah. Alright, so let's get started. So on the first turn, so there are 4 phases in the game. So we have the start of turn phase where you draw a card, like a normal starting phase does. So start of turn you can draw, but since we're like, so if you go first you don't get to draw. Next is the charge phase. So each turn you can charge 1 card into your you can charge 1 card into your energy zone. So in this case we're gonna charge Mysterious but Cute Goo. So we're gonna charge that, and when you charge during the charge phase you get to draw a card. And yeah, this is the only time when you get to draw a card by charging. So now that we have Mysterious but Cute Goo, it has the ability Energy. This means that if it's an energy card, it can produce energy of any color, and if the color is green, it produces 2 green energy instead. So in this case we have quite a lot of options now. I do want some card draw, so I'm gonna rest Mysterious Goo to play Studious Lizard. Now Studious Lizard has a cost of 1 blue mana, so we're gonna declare that Mysterious but Cute Goo is resting for blue mana. So in this case, or blue energy, which is the actual term for the game, we'll play Studious Lizard, and it does have a played effect, so which is draw 2 cards, and we'll just draw 2 cards. And that's basically how each turn will work. Eventually you'll get to a point where you'll play more and more. So let's say it's our turn again. We'll stand everything. So that's how you unrest creatures. So it's called standing. So we'll stand everything and draw. And then we can charge another yeah, we can charge another card. We'll go with Unhappy Mushroom. So we'll charge that and we'll draw a card because we charged. And now we can we'll play Mystical Fish by paying 1 blue, and yeah, we'll play that card. So in this game there is Summoning Sickness. So what happens is when you play a creature, it cannot be rested in any way unless otherwise specified, but yeah, so it just cannot be rested. So yeah, that's how Summoning Sickness works in this game. But at like when your next turn starts, or well, at the end of the turn it loses Summoning Sickness, then you can start resting it and attacking. So yeah. So in this case, we can now attack with Studious Lizard, so we can declare an attack on our opponent directly, or we can attack one of our opponent's creatures. So let's say my opponent had Mystical Fish and I had Studious Lizard. I can attack the Mystical Fish and we'll basically trade. So if we take a look, Mystical Fish is a 3/3, and we have Studious Lizard. So since it does 3 damage to my Studious Lizard, and my Studious Lizard does 1 damage to it, the Studious Lizard unfortunately would die. However, in this game, damage sticks until the end of the turn. So yeah, we can keep attacking this creature multiple times, and it'll die. It can die eventually. So if I had like 3 Studious Lizards, we can just trade all of them into this creature, and it will die. But we can also declare to just attack our opponent, which is the best way to go. But sometimes you want to kill your opponent's creatures, just so they don't gain an advantage. So yeah, that's kind of how the game works. And whenever you attack your opponent, so let's say Studious Lizard attacked me, since that's 1 attack, so my opponent attacked me with Studious Lizard. It has 1 attack, so I'll draw 1 card. If they attacked with Mystical Fish, which has 3 attack, I would draw 3 cards, and so on and so forth. And when you have no cards in your deck, you do not draw at the start of your turn. You do not draw when you charge as well. But when your opponent attacks, you draw from your damage pile instead. And yeah, so it's important to arrange your damage pile in the order that you'll be drawing it in. So you get a little bit more of an advantage. So yeah, and when your opponent attacks you while you have no damage in your no cards in your damage pile, you lose the game. So yeah, this game is sort of like the idea behind all of this is that when your opponent attacks, they're giving you an advantage in a way. So yeah, that's sort of how I envisioned the game to be. Another thing is the different card types. I probably should have explained it at the start, but this is just an impromptu video to explain the rules. If I could just find a spell card here. None of these are. Oh, okay. So Castle of Knowledge is a spell card, and you can tell by seeing whether it has the stat bar below. In this case, Studious Lizard does, so it's a creature, and this one doesn't, so it's a spell. So on each card you have the name, the artwork, of course, and the cost. So in this case, Castle of Knowledge requires 4 blue mana to play, so I need 4 blue mana in my energy zone, rest them, and then I can play this card. Studious Lizard needs 1 blue mana or 1 blue energy. And then the card's effect, and then the card's stats if it's a creature. So on spell cards, there's no like permanent spell or instant spell or whatever. Spell cards can be cast at any time, so you can use it on your opponent's turn as well. In this case, Castle of Knowledge. Castle of Knowledge's ability is you can play it on your field, and this is basically treated as a permanent spell. So the card will be specified in the ability. So yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I did print out 1 copy of each of the cards. So the decks that you see here are basically singleton decks. So yeah, hopefully I can do a battle video or something soon so I can showcase the full gameplay to you guys. But that's the rules of the game and how the game basically works. I will need to do a little bit of changes because I saw some mistake cards, and in which case I'll like scratch it out with a pen on the actual cards, and I'll make the changes to them digitally as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any comments on the gameplay and stuff, just leave a comment down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be starting a Discord very soon. If I did, I'll leave it in the description down below as well. So yeah, join the Discord as well, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.